Screaming like the start of a race. Diet Pepsi's my fuel in this Monday maze. Shake the weekend fog off my tired face. The hustling begins, no time to waste. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The cloud won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Sun climbs up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The cloud won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Street lights fading, sun climbs up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The cloud won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, I own the show. Know that we can be heavy, but I'm tougher still. Climbing the mountain, fueled by will. Each heartbeat whispers, yes you can. I'm golden, helping every woman and man. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The cloud won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody. It is Monday. Y'all know what that means. It is a Monday motivation kind of night. And if there's ever a Monday motivation needed, it is tonight. I don't know what's going on with today's world today because everything has just been messed up. There's, not only the internet issues, like there's some big thing with Amazon's AWS something or another. Like I couldn't call certain companies today and I needed to get some stuff done. I was just like, forget it, I'll call tomorrow for work. And other people were having issues, and then come find out whatever this AWS thing is, this cloud thing that a lot of companies use, is it's like everybody's system was knocked out, anything dealing with the internet, phones, whatever. And so anyways, there was one company that said that it was going to cost them $1 billion to recover from today because of the whole big mess up or whatever. I meant to ask Robert about it because I didn't know if he might know what all that was. But, when it becomes the tech world, I'm just like, whatever. I just want to work. That's all I care about. So, but anyways, there's that. There was another situation at the office, and that really kind of messed up my day. I was having a really good Monday morning. I was super happy for Monday. And then everything just kind of fell apart, it seems like. But it will get better. It will definitely get better. So anyways, I don't know if y'all are having that kind of day. It seems like there's a few of us. I know when we was over on Dream Chaser Tammy's channel for the auction, it seems like there were several of us having issues. So with something today. But we are going to turn it around because of Monday motivation. So guys, if you are brand new to my channel, you do not know who I am Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I am your host of Monday Motivation, as I am for all Monday Motivations. Not only do I do this, but I also do auctions, generally, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for sure. Either I'm on my channel or I'm on somebody else's channel. Might throw a Friday in there as well. And then plus I'm also on Sunday on another channel, Black Widow's channel. And then tonight. So I'm constantly going. I try to really take Friday and Saturdays off as far as YouTubing. But sometimes I just can't stay away. So speaking of YouTube, make sure you do all the YouTube things. You subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring the bell for all notifications and a thumbs up on your way in. I really need the thumbs up tonight if you feel like it, throw some hearts in there as well. I always love seeing the little hearts flying and stuff. So, but yes, a thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. I would greatly appreciate that. So, all the new people, I hope you'll keep coming back for more Monday Motivation. We are almost done with this series, which is on habits, and then we are moving on to something else, and I cannot wait. I think we'll move on probably about right at the end of November, first part of December. So we're almost done, and I cannot wait to move on to the next series, because I feel like this next series is something that we all can really use right now. So it's so hard for me to finish out the series, but I'm one that I just cannot quit on something. It's hard for me to quit anything, is what it comes down to. So, but I hope you'll keep coming on back, newbies. I went off on a tangent, so sorry about that. I hope you'll keep coming on back. All my OGs, I see you popping in. You being here tonight really means a lot tonight. It means a lot every week, every night that I'm on anyways, but tonight especially. There's just something in the air, right? And then the playback crew, as always, let me know that you're a playback crew. I always love to know who the playback crew is. Also, if you want to participate in the chat participation, feel free to drop those answers as well. You'll get credit into the monthly drawing for the chat participation questions. So, as we drop them tonight. So if you're watching this alone, and you're watching later, feel free to participate. And that way I know that you have also participated by leaving a comment. So let's see who all is in chat, and then we're going to get this started. We are going to get this started. I am, real quick, those of you that are my auction peeps, I am behind on invoicing, and I don't know if I'm going to get it done tonight. If I don't, it'll definitely be done tomorrow. So bear with me. Generally, I don't get behind, but this weekend was one of those weekends that, one, I want to spend time with Robert Friday and Saturday and Sunday morning. And then yesterday, most of you should know what happened if you watched the shorts, but we'll get to that here in just a moment. Let's see who all's in chat first, and then we'll get started. We got Karen, my favorite brown sugar of all times. Welcome in, Karen. Good to see you. We got my sweet Kathy here. Welcome in, Kathy. Joanne, hello, sweetheart. Welcome in. We got Tammy, speaking of, Dream Chaser, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see who else. We got Josie here. Hey, Josie, welcome in. Josie, I'll be over on with her Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Central, so make sure you are subscribed to each other. Very easy to do. Just click on the three dots. If you have a wrench, click on the three dots out to the side of the name. Go over to that channel and hit subscribe. Very easy to do. Let's see, Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Welcome in. Good to see you. Right, Karen, I don't know. I really thought, what did they call it? Retrograde or something like that, wherever something's off kilter or something in the atmosphere. I don't know, but it's been one of those days. Did not start out that way for me. And then it just all went. So, anyway. Lisa D. Hello. Welcome in. Always love seeing your avatar. And then we got Miss Lena here. Hey, Lena, welcome in. Good to see you as well. So I do hope that you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was phenomenal. It was beautiful weather here. Did it rain here? I cannot remember. But I hope you had a great weekend. Friday and Saturday were spent with Robert for a much-needed one-on-one time, and then Sunday morning as well. And then Sunday, after Robert and I went sourcing, I got with Tammy, Dream Chaser, and we went and sourced a little bit, and then we went to the fair. Woo-hoo! And it was a beautiful day, if any, to go to the fair. The right temperature, everything was perfect, if you ask me. And I won a sloth. In fact, I got it sitting right here. It's usually fair toys, items that you win, stuffed animals that you win are never soft. They are usually hard, because I go for the sloths when we go. But anyways, I got this little guy. How cute is he? Those of you that have not seen him, his eyes, they're glass, and it makes him kind of lop over, so I have to make sure I sit him up. But he is so freaking soft. I've never had one soft like this from the fair. And I mean, he looks like one that you would just buy in the store, right? So, but anyways, he was cute. And I had to do whack-a-mole. If you notice, I do not have my brace on today, and I've been struggling with that today as well. But I'm really trying to tough it out because the doctor did say 2 to 3 weeks. And so yesterday was the third week, or the end of third week. So I'm really trying not to put it on. Hey, Mary, welcome in. Good to see you. But I did wear it to the fair because I thought, God forbid if I trip again, that'll be probably what happens. And so I did wear it. But when we went to play whack-a-mole, I did take it off. And boy, Tammy was right here on this side of me. And then we had 2 more girls playing because you had to have 4 players in order to win the bigger item. So fortunately we had it, and I was just concentrated. I was like, dude, quit talking. Let's go. Ring the bell. Let's go. And so I started hitting. And I really thought Tammy had won whenever the thing, you had to get to 150 points in order to win. And I mean, I was just going at it, and I had my brace off and everything, and I won. I won it. So I was so happy. In fact, there's a video. I might drop the video tomorrow that Tammy took of me after I won the sloth as well. So, but it was so much fun. And as you all know, if y'all watched the short, Tammy and I did a helicopter ride. It was my first ever helicopter ride. So this year has been a lot of firsts. I got to see Brett Michaels with Tammy behind stage, and we did not have backstage passes, is all I got to say. And then the helicopter ride. I've never done a helicopter ride. So I feel like I am like living my best life with those 2 big events this year. So I'm excited to see what else is in store. I was, right? I'm still happy about it. When I grab it, Debbie says she was so happy like a kid in a candy store. I really am. Like my eyes light up. There's a few things that people will know when something lights up my eyes. 75% off at an estate sale will get me every time, Right, Lena? I thought it was so hilarious with Tammy. It was just so funny. There was 2 comical moments in the whole video. So good to see you, Mary. Welcome in. So tonight's topic is on the truth about talent, and about how when genes, not the genes you wear, but the genes of our, that makes us up, of our family and everything, when that matters and when it doesn't matter, when it comes to the mindset of habits. So setting habits and so forth. So we'll dive into that in just a moment. But first, we got to go to this. Positive spot thought, guys. Your own beliefs are selecting your genes, and if you don't have the right genes to handle the stress that you're in, your belief will rewrite your genes in an effort to do so. I don't have a lot of respect for talent. Talent is genetic. It's what you do with it that counts. So let's jump in, guys. We're going to start it off with a chat participation question, chat participation time. Guys, usually those of you that might be new, those of you that might be lurking, I do a monthly drawing for Monday Motivation. I feel like I'm blurry. I don't know if something's off. I'll have to deal with it later. Anyways, I do chat participation, monthly drawing on the first Monday of every month. And so when I say chat participation time, if you participate in the chat, it's usually an easy question, maybe one that might be thought-provoking at times. Or a statement. And when you say, answer the question or do the statement, whatever it is that I give you, you get a star and you get entered into the drawing. So chat participation time. Who here knows who Michael Phelps is? Anyone? Anybody knows who Michael Phelps is? I'll be surprised if somebody says no. Like literally surprised. Anyone here knows who Michael Phelps is? That's who we're starting out with tonight. Gonna wait and see those answers. All right, so here they come. We got Kathy. Yes. Karen says me. Whoops, I meant to throw up Kathy there. Chat started jumping. I still try to throw up Kathy and chat still jumping, which is good. We got Karen saying me. We got Joanne. Yes. Mary, yes. Tammy says, me, swimmer, extra points, right? Lena, no. Josie, no. Y'all know who he is. Y'all are pulling my leg. You've got to be pulling my leg. One of his cousins was in my son's theater class. Wow, what a small world, right? Nancy says, yes, ma'am. Lisa D says, no, I heard the name, but can't place it. Tammy told you, he is the swimmer, the Olympic swimmer. So I was just curious to see who all knew and who didn't. I figure most of y'all knew. But most of us, we know who Michael Phelps is. He is often held as one of the greatest athletes ever to grace the world stage. Not only does he hold the record for the most Olympic medals won by any swimmer, but he actually outshines every Olympian across all sports when it comes to the medal count. Let's do another quick chat participation time. Those of you that say yes on this one, I will be surprised. Sirens for the third time today? Wow. I wonder if that's like, are y'all having storms? Or are you talking about like cop, medical, fire station sirens? Is it the tornado sirens or is it the other? Because it does not surprise me if there's not bad weather. So here we go. Another chat participation. Who here knows who, and I'm sure I'm butchering names, so this isn't going to help y'all. Hisham El Jaroju, whoever. Anybody know who that? Oh, police. We have that all the time, Lisa D. We have a retirement home behind us, and they're always, all night long, police, fire, ambulance, usually ambulance more so. Yeah, I'm going to put it in chat because I can't say it, and y'all are definitely going to say no because I cannot say it. All right, where's the spelling of hit? Hitchum, yeah, the last name. That's who I'm trying to say. So all of y'all, yeah. Lena, no. Nancy, no. Right, Karen? Don't know what you're trying to say, so no. I know, so I had to type it in there because I don't know who he is either. Kathy, no. Lisa D, no. Joanne, no. Mary, no. If you said yes, then I would assume that you Googled him. Josie, no. So, well, everyone might not recognize the name that I typed in there. This phenomenal athlete certainly deserves the spotlight. Hailing from Morocco, Hitchum, that's what we're going to say, Hitchum. Hitchum is a legend in the realm of running, boasting not one, but 2 gold medals from the Olympics, believe it or not. Yeah, there's usually about an 8-second lag. Kraken, did you Google it? Hey, Kraken. Right? Wow. Y'all got snow up there yet, Lisa D? Y'all got like cold weather up there yet? So, but yes, he's won 2 gold medals. Yes, he is a runner. He is a phenomenal runner on the track. He is, and it has earned him a rightful place among the all-time greats of middle distance running. And for years, he has reigned supreme, holding the world records for the mile, 1,500 meters, and the 2,000 meters. At the Athens Olympic Games in 2004, he dazzled fans by clinching a gold medal in both the 1,500 meter and the 5,000 meter events. And that solidified his status as a sports icon. Morocco is where he's from. Cold, but no snow yet. Okay. You're funny, Kraken. It's 68 degrees here. 68 degrees. Lena says it's cold there too. But these two athletes couldn't be more different in many ways. Just to kick things off, one of them makes waves in water while the other one conquers the land. But what's really striking is their height difference. I did not realize this. I was just like, on some things, yeah, height would make sense that you would need to be taller or shorter or whatever. But anyways, Hitchum stands at 5 feet 9 inches, whereas Phelps, this was surprising me, Phelps, he towers at 6 feet 4 inches. He is an inch taller than my husband. And I didn't think he was that tall. But that's a whole 7 inches between them. What you think, oh, 7 inches isn't really a lot. It really makes a difference. Despite their noticeable height gap, they share an interesting similarity, though. Michael Phelps and Hitchum both rock the same inseam length in their pants. Different heights, but same inseam. Who would have thought that? I would have thought that. I mean, I look at Tammy and I. Tammy's arms, we're the same height, but her arms are longer than mine. So I guess it happens. But anyway. Right? Yeah, he is. I mean, I see that, but I just didn't realize he was that tall either, though. So, how is that even possible? Well, it turns out that Phelps boasts a unique physique with shorter legs for his height and an impressively long torso, giving him the ultimate advantage in the water. On the flip side, Hitchum has strikingly long legs paired with a shorter upper body, which makes him perfectly suited for crushing those long-distance runs. But isn't it fascinating how our bodies can be tailored for different sports? Picture this, guys. Picture this. What if these incredible athletes decided to give a completely different sport a try? We'll go back to Michael Phelps, for instance. With all that athletic talent, could he transform into an Olympic-level distance runner with enough dedication and training? I'm sure he could, but it's a tall order, if you will. No pun intended. At his peak, Phelps clocks in at 194 pounds, 40 pounds heavier than the ultralight champion Hitchum, who raced at just 138 pounds. Generally, the taller the runner, the more they weigh, and in the world of distance running, every additional pound can feel like a heavy anchor. So they need to be lighter when it comes to the weight. So when facing off against the best of the best, Phelps would likely find himself in a tough spot right from the start because of that. While Hitchum is undoubtedly one of the greatest runners of all time, it's hard to imagine him making waves in the swimming pool at the Olympics. Since 1976, the average height of a gold medalist in the men's 1,500-meter run has been around 5 feet 10 inches. 5 feet 10 inches. I don't like the cold either. Nope. Hey, Tia and Nanas. Welcome in. Good to see you. So in contrast, those who scoop up medals in the men's 100-meter freestyle swim tower over Hitchum, averaging 6 feet 4 inches tall. Swimmers are often blessed with long limbs and tall frames, which helps them glide effortlessly through the water. I know a lot of you are going, what does this have anything to do with anything, Scooter? Hey, I already said Mary. Hey, Harry. That's where I was going. Welcome in, Harry. Good to see you, buddy. So before even dipping his toes in the pool, Hitchum would find himself at a significant disadvantage. To truly boost your chances of success is all about picking the right arena to compete in. This principle holds just as much weight for changing habits as it does in sports or business. Aha. When your habit meshes smoothly with your natural strength and preferences, they become much easier to adopt and more enjoyable to maintain. Swim Shady. I love it, Kraken. Love it. swim shady. Oh my gosh, now that's what I'll be thinking tonight. Lena says, I want to play the trumpet in school, but had to play the violin because my lips, the teacher said, was not shaped for that. Yet my 3 sons all played the trumpet, but they did have big lips. You know, my brother played the trumpet. I don't think I could have either. I tried doing his. Now, granted, I didn't take lessons or was in band or anything, so maybe with the proper teaching or whatever, I might have been able to do it. But yeah, I can't whistle either, so I fell in that arena too. So, again, when you mesh those habits together smoothly with your natural strengths and preferences, it becomes much easier to adopt and maintain those habits. Just think about champions like Michael Phelps in the pool or Hitchum on the track. They thrive because they chose the path that suited them best. So find your sweet spot, that sweet spot where the odds are tipped into your favor. Adopting this approach means acknowledging a fundamental truth. We all come into this world with different talents and different abilities. Some folks aren't too keen on addressing this reality when it comes to it either. Oh, I love the sax, Harry. Love the sax. Hey, Drakenberry, welcome in. So our genetics, they may seem static, and let's face it, discussing things beyond our control isn't exactly thrilling to discuss. Additionally, terms like biological determinism can give off the vibe that some people are simply fated for greatness while others are stuck facing difficulties, defeat. Hey, Selena, no worries, girl. You're fine. You just listen. Thank you for being here, though. All right, Mama Sands, I love the sax. Yes. Yep. So, but when you have that mindset, it really overlooks the complex ways in which our genes shape our actions and choices. The very thing that makes our genetics powerful can also be a bit limiting. Genes are not easily altered. Not the genes you wear, the other genes. Which means they can be a huge asset when conditions are just right. But they all can also turn into a significant drawback when things aren't ideal. For instance, if you're aiming to dunk a basketball, being 7 feet tall is definitely a plus, right? I can't do that, not at 5'2". However, if you're trying out for a gymnastics team, that same height could be a real challenge for you. Ultimately, the environment we find ourselves in shapes how well our genes perform and how we use our natural abilities. As the world around us shifts, so do the traits that leads to success. Now, this applies not only to our physical traits, but also to our mental abilities. I consider myself pretty savvy when it comes to understanding habits, understanding human behavior, and things like that. However, my expertise takes a nosedive when you throw in topics like knitting, science, playing an instrument other than the piano. I can play the piano, okay, I'm rusty now, but because I haven't played in years. But other instruments, I tried doing the violin, yeah, could not do it. Harry says, when I used to hear the sax being played in New Orleans and places like that, I could listen for hours, right? Like I can go out. I can be with my friend. She usually stays at a local hotel when she comes to town, and I always go stay with her. And there's a gazebo outside of the hotel, and they have a ceiling fan in it. And one night we sat out there listening to music all night long, just talking all night long. And the breeze of the ceiling fan and the air, you know, it was just like, oh, I could sit out there for hours, you know. Yeah, I can play the piano, but that's about the only thing I can play. But anyways, so when it comes to that kind of things, I probably lack in. But, you know, I'm a people person. I love people. I love talking to people, learning about people, getting to know people, things like that. Whereas now Robert is not that way. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I think there's a siren out there. I don't think Robert's watching something. Yeah, that's got to be outside. Sounds too close. So, Lisa D, I'm with you. Right, Sandy? Kenny G. Yes, I love some Kenny G. So, it's fascinating how our skills can vary so greatly depending on the situation. Those who excel in any competitive arena don't just have to have those who excel. Let me read my note here. In any competitive arena, don't just have the right training, they are genuinely suited for the challenge. That's why if you aim to achieve greatness, it's essential to choose where to direct your efforts wisely. Jimmy Mack, when are you coming back? Hey, buddy, welcome in. Good to see you. To put it simply, your genes don't carve out your fate. They just highlight where you might thrive. As a wise physician, Gaber Mate puts it, genes can suggest possibilities, but they don't seal your future. The things you're naturally inclined towards are where you'll likely find joy in your routines. So the trick is to funnel your energy into pursuits that spark your passion and align with your innate talents. This way, you can truly merge your dreams with your natural abilities and create a fulfilling path forward. So a question often comes to mind is, how can I find the situations where I have the upper hand? What are the opportunities and habits that truly resonate with me? To get us started on this journey of discovery, we're going to take a closer look at your unique personality. Real quick though. Thought I could make it the chat participation time. So chat participation time. How many of you believe that your personality influences your habits first? How many of you believe that your personality influences your habits first? I need that, Mama Sin. I need that. I wasn't feeling so much like that this evening. Jimmy says, I do. Oh, I love how it puts a question mark in there when y'all ask a question now. Way to go, StreamYard. Mary says, yes. Nancy says, I do. Joanne says, yes. Lisa D says, yes. Got some smart cookies in here tonight. Lena says, I do. Josie says, yes. Awesome. There we go, Kathy. Because it depends on the habit. The question again, Selena, is, do you believe that your personality influences your habits first? Yeah, you do, Kraken. You fibbing, boy. You fibbing. So, do you believe that your personality influences your habits first? Harry says, if you're in a good mood, you're willing to do things better and more for yourself. Builds good confidence. Yes. Thank you, Harry. She loves me. She might love you best, Sandy, but she loves me the most. She can love you the best, but she loves me the most. So let's look at how your personality influences your habits first. Y'all are right. Karen said yes. So every habit you have is shaped, you're fine, just listen, is shaped by your genes, often in ways that you might not even realize. These genetic influences extend to nearly every aspect of your behavior. Thank you, Greg and Mary. I'm getting star happy. Getting star happy now. Thank you, guys. So, for instance, your genes play a role in everything from how many hours you spend binge watching your favorite shows to your chances of getting married or divorced, and even your susceptibility, boy, that's a hard word, to addictions like drugs, alcohol, nicotine, gambling, whatever it may be. Your genetic makeup, spending. Your genetic makeup can also determine whether you're more of a rule follower or you're a rebel when it comes to authority, how well you handle stress, and whether you're generally proactive or reactive. You're fine, Timmy. So, when I think of that right there, Robert's definitely a rule follower. I'm a rule follower to a point, and then I probably am a rebel on some other. Um, Definitely probably a rule follower when it comes to authority. I would think. So, anyways, handling stress, I learned from my mother that we flip out about everything. We don't handle stress and we don't talk about stress and things like that. So, I know I got that from my mother. And I would think there's some things I'm proactive about and there's some things I'm probably reactive about. So, and I would probably, that's a tough one. Depends on what it is. I would say I'm probably more reactive just from watching, things as a child. Your genes might also influence how you engage when you feel during sensory experiences, like those exhilarating moments at a concert, Brett Michaels touching your hand, or simply feeling bored. As a behavioral geneticist, Robert Plowman from King's College London puts it, we've reached a point where we're not even checking to see if traits are influenced by our genes anymore because we can't find any that aren't. Each of us, Sandy says, I think genetics are strong, but so are those around you, right? Kraken goes, here's what motivation is in a nutshell. Never stop believing yourself. 2, going to see your dreams become reality. Give it your best every day. 3, you will achieve it if you believe it, and you'll go. Yep. And then there's some things that will surprise you, right? So, let's see. Each of us carries a unique blend of genetic traits that shape our personalities in special ways. Think of your personality as the distinctive set of qualities that stay constant no matter the situation. Oh, that's awesome, Jimmy. Harry says, I've learned lately, what good does it do to get stressed out? What's going to happen is going to happen. Just got to say, thank you, Lord, for letting it be this way. Could have been worse off, right? I would agree for the most part on that. So, again, the unique blend, I was trying not to repeat myself, but unique blend of genetic traits that shape our personalities. Think of your personality as this distinctive set of qualities that stay constant no matter the situation. One of the most trusted frameworks for understanding these traits is the Big Five, which classifies personality into 5 key areas of behavior. Right, Kraken? Yes. It was fun, though. Number 1, openness to experience range from those who are curious and full of ideas to individuals who prefer to be more cautious and steady. Number 2, conscientiousness can range from being organized and efficient to being easygoing and spontaneous. Number 3 is extroversion, refers to the spectrum that ranges from outgoing and lively personalities to those who are more solitary and reserved. You might recognize this as the difference between extroverts and introverts. And number 4, agreeableness ranges from being warm and caring to being distant and unapproachable. And number 5 is the neuroticism. Neuroticism ranges from feeling anxious and overly sensitive to being confident, calm, and emotionally stable. Now, all 5 of these traits that I just read to you, they have their roots in biology. Take extroversion, for example. It can actually be observed right from birth. In experiments where loud noises were played in a nursery, a hospital nursery, some infants would turn towards the sound while others would turn away. They actually did an experiment on this. Researchers, they followed these children as they grew up and discovered that those who were drawn to the noise were more likely to develop extroverted personalities, while those who turned away tended to become introverts. Like, how wild is that we researched that? Right, Harry? Yes, amen. So to me, that was crazy. It's like, do we really research this kind of things? I find it interesting, but really? People who score high on agreeableness, which I kind of feel like I would be in that part, are usually warm, kind, and thoughtful. They often have elevated levels of oxytocin. How do you say oxytocin? I think is how you say it. A hormone that helps us form social bonds, boost stress, and can even lift our spirits like a natural antidepressant. It's easy to see how someone with more oxytocin might enjoy writing thank you notes. Well, I've never enjoyed that, so maybe I'm not that person. Or organizing get-togethers for friends. Let's take the neuroticism. Good gosh, I put hard words in here tonight. As our third example, this is a personality trait that we all have, just in different amounts. Those who score high on that scale often feel more anxious and worry more than others. Research actually shows that this can be linked to an over-responsive, whatever that frontal part of our brain that detects potential threats. Simply put, individuals who are attuned to negative signals in their surroundings are likely to exhibit higher levels. Right, Lena? Love it. Yes. Look at you cracking. I like that. Good job, buddy. So our habits aren't just shaped by who we are. Our genes also play a role in guiding us. Some people find it easier to adopt certain behaviors because of their ingrained preferences, if you will. Now, there's no reason to feel bad or apologize for these differences, but it's important to embrace them. For instance, if someone has a lower score in being conscientious, they might not be naturally organized. In that case, they may need to focus more on creating a supportive environment to help them develop good habits. The key point here is to create habits that fit your unique personality. Sure, some people get in amazing shape through bodybuilding, but if you're more into rock climbing, cycling, or rowing, then you need to tailor your workouts to what you enjoy. If your friend swears by the low-carb diet, whatever the new craze diet is, but you find that low-fat eating works better for you, that's great. And if you want to dive into more books, don't feel shy about choosing the steamy romance novels over nonfiction. Read whatever sparks your interest. Remember, you don't need to adopt the habits that everyone else recommends either. Pick the ones that resonate with your personality instead of just going along with whatever the trend is for this week, this day, this month, whatever. Every habit has a version that can bring you happiness and fulfillment. It's important to discover that version. For a habit to truly stick, it needs to be enjoyable. And that has been the main idea behind the 4th law of behavior change. Good night, Lena. Cracking. So it's great to align your habits with your personality, but that's just the beginning. So now let's focus on creating situations that really play to your strength. How do we find a game where the odds are in our favor? Getting the hang of a game where you have advantage is essential for staying motivated and feeling accomplished. While in theory you can find enjoyment in nearly anything, in reality you're more likely to love the things that come naturally to you. Those who excel in a specific skill tend to do that task better, earning praise for their efforts. Their progress keeps them energized, especially since they receive better pay and more opportunities, which not only boosts their happiness, but also drives them to create more, even higher quality work as a positive feedback loop. We've talked about that too before. So choose the right habit and you'll find that making progress feels effortless. But if you settle for the wrong one, life can become quite the challenge then. So, how do you choose the right habit to adopt? The first step, as we discussed in the third law, is to make it easy. You got to make it easy for you to keep the habit up. Often people struggle because they take on habits that are too challenging. When a habit is simple, you're much more likely to keep up at it, to succeed at creating that habit. And success will breed more successes, obviously. Each small win boosts your confidence and your satisfaction. But here's an important thing to keep in mind. As you grow and improve over time, even the simplest habits can start to feel tough. It's crucial to ensure that you're engaging in the right activities that match your current skill level. So, how can you determine what suits you best? The most popular method people use is trial and error. But here's the catch: life is pretty short. You really can't afford to try every possible job, date every single eligible person, or learn to play every musical instrument out there. Life is too short. Luckily, there's a smart solution to this dilemma called the explore exploit trade-off, which can help you make the better choices. When starting something new, it's essential to take some time to explore your options. In relationships, this process is often referred to as split testing. The idea is to experiment with different possibilities, dive into a wide variety of concepts, and keep an open mind to discover what works best for you. Once you've completed your initial exploration phase, it's time to hone in on the best solution you've discovered while still allowing room for occasional experimentation. Your strategy is going to depend on your current performance. If you're thriving, focus on maximizing that success is what you want to do. But if you find yourself struggling, don't hesitate to keep exploring new options. It's all about finding that right balance. In the long run, it's usually best to focus on the strategies that yield great results about 80 to 90%, while also leaving room to experiment with the remaining 10 to 20%. A great example of this, and I didn't know this, but a great example of that is Google. If you work for Google, they encourage their employees to spend 80% of their work week tackling their main task and 20% exploring personal projects. This approach has sparked the creation of amazing products like AdWords and Gmail. Who all has Gmail? There's a lot of us, right? The best strategy really depends on your available time. If you're just starting out in your career and you have plenty of time to spare, take the opportunity to explore different options. Finding the right fit is going to be essential. You'll have an ample time to dive deeper once you do. On the other hand, if you're racing against a project deadline, it's smart to go with the best solution you've discovered so far and move forward to get the same results or get some results. While you search through various options, consider asking yourself some key questions. And this can help you pinpoint the habit and areas that will truly bring you joy. To understand the questions, we're going to do a few chat participation questions as well. So while you think and type in your answers, I'm going to keep reading further into what each question means. So chat participation time. What might feel like fun to you but work to others? What feels fun to you but work to others? So while y'all think on that and share your answers, I'm going to let you know that the true test of whether a task is meant for you isn't just about how much you love it. It's more about how well you can manage its challenges compared to others. Think about those times when you're having a good time while others are grumbling. The work that feels easier for you, even when it's tough, is the work you're really meant to do. Sandy says, yard work. Yes, I don't want to get out in my yard. I only like mowing. I enjoy mowing. That might be work for somebody else, right? Joanne says crocheting. Harry says cleaning. Lisa D says crocheting. Nancy said painting, coloring, speaking to others. Love it. Josie says jewelry art. Yes. Kraken says tedious model making. Getting right down into the details of it, right? My brother could do that. He could do those models and stuff. Car models is what he would do. So, yes. So if it feels easier for you, you're going to enjoy it more. When it might be tough in the moment, you still enjoy it, while others might be like, no, thank you. So let's do another one. Chat participation time. Oh, wow. Tia Nana says, I write music and play piano. Love it. Yeah, Lisa D, you can have all of that, girl. Watching the children at church nursery. I always joke with people. I'm like, my kids were lucky that they survived because, yeah, I'm just never been a kids person. Crafts. Kathy says crafts, advocacy, crocheting, speaking before groups. Love it. I love them. Do not get me wrong. I love them until they have a fit. But once they have that fit, I'm done. I'm like, yep, you can go back to mama and daddy now. I like the easy part, yes. So here we go. Another chat participation time question for you guys. What makes you lose track of time? Some of y'all might have the same answers you have for the other. What makes you lose track of time? When I get really focused on a project, I can be like, oh, it's 1 o'clock now. Okay, I got, 2 hours. And I'll be so into it, and I'll look up, and it'll be 3 o'clock, and I'm going, oh, my gosh, like, where did the 2 hours go? And I got a lot done, but it just doesn't feel like I got a lot done. Sandy says, I like fits. I'll conquer them. What makes you lose track of time? Tia Nana says, the internet. Josie says, jewelry art and making junk journals. Right, Harry? He said YouTube, especially when having fun. Nancy says coloring, laughing. Mary says jigsaws, YouTube. A lot of us have the YouTube thing, I think. Thank you, Lisa D. Watching you ladies at auction or Monday motivation. Motivation Monday. Sandy Loftus working on clocks. Joanne says crocheting, watching old movies. Oh, cracking. Kara says, looking at my favorite TV show, right? There are certain things I can get into and I'll just get lost. I might be working on invoicing, or I might be, working at work, and all of a sudden there'll just be something that just gets my attention and I'm just glued to it. Kathy says genealogy, except because of my vision, I can't do anymore, but it used to be fun. I would think there would be some sort of, what do you call it? What do they call it when you special, not like, I would think there would be something that could read it to you or whatever. I can't not think of that word. So flow is that amazing mental place you reach when you're so immersed in what you're doing that everything else just fades away. Is that joyful mix of happiness and top-notch performance that athletes and performers feel when they're truly in the zone, as you will hear. When you're in this state of flow, it's hard not to feel at least a little satisfaction from the task that you're working on. So where do I get greater returns than the average person? Or where do we get greater return than the average person? We often find ourselves measuring our lives against those around us. It feels so much better when we come out on the top in those comparisons. Another chat participation question. What comes naturally to you? What comes naturally to you? I get you, Kathy. You know, that's like when I was used to scrapbook. Blood, sweat, and tears. I wanted to do those pages, and then it started coming out digitally. And my stepdad was like, "Why don't you just do it this way? It'd be a lot, probably save you some money and save you time and stuff." I'm like, because I want the blood, sweat, and tears in it. Just like reading books. My oldest daughter, to this day that I know of, she might now have like Kindle on her phone, but she likes to actually read the book, the smell of the pages and everything. So what comes naturally to you? Kraken says jokes. I believe that one, Kraken. Sandy says cooking. Man, I wish I had that one. I'm probably with Nancy. Helping people? Yes. What comes naturally to you? Take a moment to set aside everything you've learned. Forget about society's expectation of you and the pressure from others. Instead, turn your focus inward and ask yourself, what feels right for me? When have I truly felt alive? When have I been my authentic self? Kathy says humor comes naturally in my family. Karen says giving. I believe that, girl. I totally believe that with you. Josie says talking. Joanne says talking to people, sense of humor, crocheting, embroidery. Lisa D says caring. Oh, I love it, Kraken. Making Christmas great for needy kids. And Kathy says helping people also. Love it. So when you do that, you want to leave behind any self-judgment or worry about pleasing others. How many of us can relate to that, right? Embrace those moments when you feel engaged and joyful. Remember, whenever you experience that sense of authenticity, wow, you're on the right path. Honestly, a big part of this journey comes down to luck. It really does. Take Michael Phelps and Hisham for example. They were fortunate enough to be born with incredible talents that society really cherishes, and they find themselves in just the right environment to nurture those gifts. Kathy said advocacy again and creating things. Harry says spending time with the elderly so they don't feel alone. Yep. So we all have limited time on this earth. And the truly remarkable people among us are the ones who not only put in the effort, but also get those lucky breaks that open doors to wonderful opportunities. What if you rather take charge instead of relying on chance? If you're struggling to find a game where the odds favor you, why not create your own? The cartoonist Scott Adams, who does the known for the Dilbert comic, believes that everyone has at least a few areas where they could excel with a bit of effort. For example, he admits that while he can draw better than most, he doesn't consider himself a true artist. Similarly, he claims he's not funnier than successful stand-up comedians, but can outshine the average comic. The trick lies in the fact that very few people can both draw well and craft a good joke. It's this unique combination that sets his work apart. Plus, with his background in business, he brings insights that many cartoonists may not grasp without firsthand experience. Oh, I love that, Joanne. I love it, Kathy, right? Yes, I got my bachelor's when I was 45, so almost 6 years ago. And so, my main thing was, showing to my kids and my grandkids it's never too late to finish what you started. I started that back in 93, 94, my first year at college. And then, of course, I had Shelby, and so I had to put all that on the back burner because I had to take care of my kid. So, but yes, going back and finishing what you started is always a great example that you can set to your kiddos and other people and everything. So when being better isn't enough to win, standing out by being different is the way to go. By blending your unique skills, you can lessen the competition and make it easier to shine. You don't need to rely on natural talent or years of experience if you're ready to change the game. Good night, Kraken. We're almost done. Almost done here, guys. A solid player puts in the effort to excel in the conventional game everyone plays. But a truly, truly exceptional player invents a new game that showcases their strength and sidesteps their weaknesses. Specializing in something can really help you rise above any genetic limitations you might have. The more skilled you become in a specific area, the tougher it is for others to match your level. For instance, many bodybuilders can lift heavier than the average arm wrestler. However, even a huge bodybuilder might struggle in an arm wrestling match against a champion who has developed strength that's very focused. So even if you don't have the best natural talents, you can still come out on top by excelling in a specific niche. I love this next thing. If you don't hear anything else tonight, this is the part that I really found interesting. Boiling water will soften a potato while making an egg firm. You may not have a say in whether you end up like a potato or an egg, but by gosh, you can choose how to play the game based on which one is better for you. If you seek out a better environment, you can turn a tough situation into one that works in your favor. So let's look at how to get the most out of our genes. This is the last point. Our genes don't take away the necessity of hard work. Instead, they help us focus it. They guide us on what to really invest our effort in. Oh, I love German, though. I love German. When we understand our strength, it becomes clear where to direct our time and our energy. We can pinpoint the kinds of opportunities to pursue and the challenges we might want to steer clear of. The more we grasp our true selves, the smarter our approach can be. It's important to acknowledge that biological differences do exist. However, it's much more beneficial to concentrate on whether you are reaching your own potential rather than measuring yourself against others. Just because there's a natural limit to certain abilities does not mean that you aren't pushing yourself to the fullest. Often people fixate on their limits, and in doing so, miss out on the effort needed to get as close as possible to those limits. So let's redirect that focus back on our own journey. Let's be honest, jeans alone won't bring you success if you're not putting in the effort. Sure, that fit trainer at the gym might have some genetic advantages, but if you haven't been doing the same workouts, there's really no way to tell if you got better or worse, if you have better or worse jeans. So before you chalk up their achievements to luck, remember, you got to work as hard as those you look up to. To sum it up, a great way to keep your habits enjoyable for the long haul is to choose activities that match your personality and your strengths. Focus your energy on what comes naturally to you. All right, let's review really quick. The first thing we covered tonight was that the secret to maximizing your odds of success is to choose the right field of competition. When we then discovered that if we pick the right habit, the progress is easy. If we pick the wrong habit, then life is a struggle. Mary says, I try not to compare myself to others, only where I stand today as opposed to where I was yesterday, right? I love that, Mary. We then discussed how genes cannot be easily changed, which means they provide a powerful advantage in favorable circumstances and a serious disadvantage in unfavorable circumstances. We covered that habits are easier when they align with your natural abilities. Choose the habits that best suits you, not what suits your friends or your family, whatever, what suits you. We also learned that we have to play a game that favors your strength. If you can't find a game that favors you, create one. And lastly, genes do not eliminate the need for hard work. They clarify it. They tell us what to work hard on. And that's it, guys. That's the start of our Monday with Monday Motivation for the week. I hope you gained something useful out of tonight's topic and can apply something that we can use to make our lives just a little bit easier. Again, I love the whole potato. You can boil a potato to be soft, and you can boil that egg to be hard. I've never thought of that analogy. I love it. So, tomorrow night, love you, Mama Sands. Tomorrow night, I will be on at 7:30 p.m. Central for a live auction of slightly unhinged sanity sold separately. Wednesday night, I will be over at Josie's place, or over on her channel at 6 p.m. Central. And then Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central is another Guess That Guess live auction. Now, next Monday Motivation will be on episode 143. We'll be discussing Goldilocks rules. What in the world does Goldilocks have to do with habits? We don't have to come on back next Monday at 8 p.m. Central to find out. Make sure you do all the YouTube things on your way out. If you haven't already, that you've subscribed, that you've rung that bell for all notification, and a thumbs up on your way out. I would really appreciate that tonight. Make it a great week. If I don't see you somewhere around the YouTube, remember your own beliefs are selecting your genes. And if you don't have the right genes to handle the stress that you're in, your belief will rewrite your genes in an effort to do so. Now let's do this thing. Good night, everybody.